क्यों शिर्क में है तू फंसा हुआ, क्यों नूर से तू दूर है.
Video response to Yusuf UK 2007 over the discussion of Khatamunnabiyeen, the verse of Khatamunnabiyeen from the Holy Quran, and the hadith of La Nabi Badi. And we will look at chapter 22, Surah Al-Hajj, verse number 75. Allah Ta'ala says, Allah chooses messengers from angels and from men, for Allah is He who hears and sees all things. Now, according to this verse, it's very important to look at the whole verse, and Allah Ta'ala is saying that He chooses messengers. The word is chooses, as it's an ongoing process. It doesn't have an end to it. So, if there was an end to the prophets, or if you say that Khatamunnabiyeen means the last prophet, meaning there will be no more prophets, then Allah Ta'ala certainly would have known that fact according to the mainstream Muslims. Obviously Allah Ta'ala is all-knower, so the word that should have been used would be chose, or used to choose prophets from the angels and from the men. But He no longer does that practice anymore. He no longer chooses anybody. Now, it's a very simple concept, but I'll give you an example. Let's say we say a man chooses to walk instead of driving. So it is something that a person does. It is something that the man does on a daily basis. He does it. He still does it. He's going to be doing it tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. That's an ongoing process for him. He chooses to walk to work instead of driving. Now, on the other hand, if we were to say, if that man stops, walking to his work or what have you, and starts driving altogether, then we would say the man used to walk instead of driving. So there is an end to that process. So it's very important to see that when it's said in the Holy Quran that Allah Ta'ala chooses messengers from angels and from men, for Allah is He who hears and sees all things, then Allah Ta'ala is going to continue to choose messengers among the men and the angels. Another verse we'll look at would be chapter 33, verse number 7. And it says, "And remember, we took from the prophets their covenant, as we did from thee." Basically talking to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. "From Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, the son of Mary. We took from them a solemn covenant." Now, what is that covenant? The answer for that is in chapter 3, verse 81. Allah Ta'ala says, "Behold, Allah took the covenant of the prophets, saying, I give you a book and wisdom, then come to you an apostle, a messenger, confirming what is with you. Do ye believe in him, and render him help? Allah said, Do you agree, and take this, my covenant, as binding on you? They said, We agree. He said, Then bear witness, and I am with you among the witnesses." Now, here Allah is talking about a covenant that was made to Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, that there will be a prophet that is going to come in a later day. So that same covenant was taken from Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, because in chapter 33, verse 7, it says, "And remember, we took from the prophets their covenant, as we did from thee." He's talking to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. So why would it be necessary that Allah Ta'ala took a covenant that He took from Moses, Abraham, Noah, and Jesus, son of Mary, that there will be a prophet in your nation, or there's going to be a prophet in later days? Why was it important that Allah Ta'ala took that covenant from Prophet Muhammad ﷺ if the mainstream Muslim says that he's the last prophet? So what answer do you give to these verses? And we can also discuss the word khatam at a later time as far as the grammatical sense goes, and there are more Quranic references available to support this further. However, I will stop on these Quranic references. Let me know if you need more, then we can definitely provide evidence from those as well. In our next coming videos, we'll provide evidence from ahadith and the discussion of spiritual scholars, ulama Rabbani, well before the time of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos of this series. And Brother Yusuf UK 2007, you asked in your videos about if Ahmadis think about your belief, and I've said it before that anyone who says the kalama is a Muslim, and now we have given you all these evidence from the Holy Quran. What do you think of our belief now based on these verses from the Holy Quran? I asked you, after looking at these Quranic evidence, what is your perception now of our belief? And I wasn't really quite sure what you meant by the legal, when you used the word legal in your video that was posted recently. I am kind of confused on that. So if you can shed some more light on that, I'm not sure what else you're looking for. We have told you anybody who says kalama is a Muslim as far as we are concerned. Anything further than that is between that person and Allah. And again, He's knower of all things. We are human beings. We can't dig deeper than the surface, what we see. We can't tell what's in a person's heart. So I'm sorry to say I can't. If somebody comes up to me and says they're a Muslim, la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, doesn't matter what they do, or what kind of person they have, what kind of character they have, they are a Muslim nonetheless. As long as I look at them, they are a Muslim. They might not be Momin, but there definitely will be Muslims as far as I'm concerned. Anything else other than that is a concern between him or her and Allah Ta'ala to judge. Jazakumullah, and we will have more videos coming up soon. Thank you.